Hey friends, it's Dwight with Dwight Pours. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my studio. So today I'm going to be working on a 24 by 36 canvas and we're going to do a dump and swirl. I'm going to be using paints today that I have not used. They are metallics and I'll show you in a few minutes when I go over the colors with you. I just wanted to take a few moments to talk to you about when I got started doing dump and swirls, I was using smaller canvases. And when I use a smaller canvas, what I would initially do is I would look at my chart, which I have right here, got some water stains on it, and I would figure out how many ounces I need to cover the surface. So on the smaller canvases, I would use my dump paint, the black paint that I use. I would use the exact amount to cover the surface, and then the puddle paints I would use less, a lot less. So what I learned is that I don't need as much color on smaller canvases in my puddles. I just need to make sure I have enough black to cover it and cover the edges. But on larger canvases, like the one I'm going to be using today, I tend to use more paint in my color, in my puddles, than I do with my dump paint or my black paint. So for instance, today I'm going to be mixing about 24 ounces of color. I'm going to be dumping, like my puddle. And then the black dump paint is going to be about 20 ounces. So it's going to be less than the color. And I find that works out just fine. I can still stretch it over the corners and the edges and things turn out great. So that's what we're going to do today. And sit back for a second here. Let me mix my paints. I have to level my canvas and prep the edges, do all that kind of fun stuff. And we'll get started in just a moment. Okie doke, here we are. All the paints are mixed. And these are the colors I'm using today. I'm probably going to put them down in this order, but I'm going to use the white in between some of the layers. So my black here is Artist Loft, Soft Body Black. And then my white is Pearl White by Deco Arts Dazzling Metallics. And here is that brand I was talking about. It's Craftsmart, but it's a metallic line they have. And in the store it said Bright Metallics. So this is Pink Tourmaline. This is their Sapphire. And then we have Aquamarine. And then Amethyst. So those are the colors that are going to be on this canvas. Again, this is a 24 by 36 gallery wrapped. I'm going to take a moment and I am going to prep the edges and the corners. And we'll get started in just a second, so hold on. Okay, here we are. Final wet results. I love, love, love the color and the movement. I mean, you can really see it. You can see it all around, up the top, oops, around. That's what I love about this. It's got so much movement to it. It's part of the reason why I called it Kaleidoscope, if that makes some sense. Yes, well, let's move in. Let me show you some of the details. As you can see how I layered the paint, you can see it right there on the canvas. All the different shades of blue and then the pink and the white. That turned out great. And the way it looks up towards here as well. It's nice and bright. The purple is beautiful. The purple I think sold the most and had the biggest sells. Let me see if I can move in there for you. As you can see how big they are? So yeah, I will go in with the negative space and just highlight all the speckles so they don't look like speckles. They look like they're done there on purpose. Some of the blue over here, I'll do the same. Maybe some of the pink down here. Just depends on how it dries. I don't think it's really going to move anymore. I think it's done moving. The edges are starting to show that they're dry. As you can see, the corner down here, it's starting to dry. So that means it's not really going to move anymore. At least that's what I'm hoping. Fingers are crossed on that. So this was a fun one. Color. I'm looking around my studio and I'm thinking, oh, I usually don't do a lot of color, but let me just show you what I look at. I have all my paintings, all the different colors. A year ago, it was all monochromatic. There's green, there's blue, there's one I did last week. There's a sort of monochromatic one. This one's sort of similar. Some of these are my favorite. So yeah, I guess I'm embracing color. Color's a good thing. If I didn't mention to you, there are a couple of good things happening this year for my art. In August, I will be in Annapolis for the First Sundays Art Festival. So if you're there, that's August 7th, that's a Sunday. I have a solo show way down in December for a month. That'll be great. And there's a local festival here on September 11th, and I might be a part of that as well. And I have a couple other irons in the fire. There's a gallery almost like across the street from where I live. It's a huge condo complex and they show art. So I'm in touch with them. I'm gonna be talking to them. So yeah, it's picking up. It's great. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your weekend and we will see you soon.